Anyone want a coffee?
Nah.
Yeah. It's just worked. Everything's just worked out so far. So why change it? Do you want me to move?
We just put them there. We can move them again.
This guy's name is Henry. So you record it as an audio, and then we'll sync it. I'll show you how. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. All we got to do is a classic on a recording. We can do a classic. Hang on. I used to do this when I did the interviews. You just want a clean shot of the hands coming together, and then you sync it up with the sound.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay. We gotta start,
but
with the game, you guys have been talking about your space thing, but tell us about yourself.
So I'm Kiera, and I am studying the Doctor of Medicine with Yong at the Shepparton campus with the University of Melbourne. I've grown up in the country, so this area is home for me, which is really nice to be able to come back here with communities that I know and be studying back in the place that I love.
Awesome. We met you before.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
I'm Sam. If you want to know more about me, click in the top right. Young, I don't know. Do you know how to do that stuff?
No, but
he doesn't know how to do that stuff, so I'll show you.
Okay.
There's an intro video of me, but same deal. I'm from Geelong, but moved around, and now I'm in Shep studying med.
Sweet. Next question. If you were an animal, what would you be?
We were discussing this earlier, and I came up. I think I said a frog or something. I think a frog would be pretty chill.
Why?
I don't know. Aquatic. Seagull. Ibis.
This guy doesn't know. What would you be?
I think maybe what were we talking about, like a kookaburra or a cockatoo or something.
Cockatoo.
Yeah, those hang out with their friends,
Annoy
eat
people.
some food, annoy people, just have a great time.
Nice. Why medicine?
I have already worked in the health field as a nurse, and I just found that I was really interested in, well, not only the nursing side and working with patients, but also learning from the doctors and the role that they played in healthcare. And I just started to become really fascinated, even more so with the human body and what we can do to fix it and everything that can go wrong with it. And I also know that there's such a shortage of rural doctors. So it just seemed like an area that I was really interested in and wanted to pursue.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool. That's the only answer. I just thought it was cool. Didn't know what I wanted to do in high school. Medicine came up. Found out I could do biomed and get into medicine. I thought, I'll go back to Bendigo. I'll study. I grew up in Bendigo a bit, so I thought Bendigo's a cool place to study. Why not? And now I'm here, and I still think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to keep doing it.
If it wasn't medicine for you, what would it be?
If it wasn't medicine, so many other things. I reckon maybe a teacher or engineering is awesome. I definitely think I'll do an engineering degree. Or youth work of some kind. I also think if I could paint, I'd be a painter.
Ooh,
I think that'd be cool.
there we go.
Yeah.
What is it like so far?
It is intense, but it's a good intense. We're all in it together, so we all learn from each other and support each other. And it's really good when we finally understand something that we've learned, say through a lecture or through the textbook, and then we see it in real life in the GP day, and we're like, oh my goodness, I understand this, and I now know how to fix this, and we're talking to real patients and making a real impact on their life through what we're learning, and it's great.
We were excited early this morning because we were heading somewhere. Do you want to tell them what that was all about?
Well, just this morning we've attempted a careers day kind of thing at one of the at the local TAFE, just to talk to students interested in possibly career medicine. I reckon that'd be one of my favourite things, is talking to people just about anything, but talking to people about medicine, sharing a passion with someone. I think I also really like just, encouraging people to follow what they like. And that was awesome. If we were able to talk to some kids this morning, it would have been great. But, I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So what happened?
There was just a few little timetabling errors with a few different things, I think. So hopefully next time things run a bit more smoothly. And yeah, we're able to share our passion for medicine and get other people more excited about boosting the workforce.
I'm conscious of your time because you're University of Melbourne celebrity. So
Yeah.
your face is everywhere on YouTube and you have to go to class in a minute.
I do.
How does it feel to be a celebrity?
Oh gosh, no, definitely not a celebrity. But it is nice to know that people are learning about medicine and people are learning about this new career pathway and this new option through universities that people can take. And it's good that it's getting out there and people are learning about it, and hopefully we can see more people in the course in the years to come.
What is one thing that you actually learned in medicine that surprised you?
Surprised me. I wouldn't say that.
That's what I said
That's a
before
really
when I
good
said I'm
question.
going to ask you like
That's
tough
a really good
questions.
question. Something that surprised me. I'm going to steer away from the content. All the content is interesting. Some of it is surprising. I think the most surprising thing has been meeting everyone and just learning about where all the people have come from. Like, I think in medicine you get a typical view of everyone's going to be a nerd in high school that went and did a science degree and then has gotten medicine and is now a social recluse living in their room studying 24 hours a day. And I think I was really pleasantly surprised when I rocked up and there were 29 other really interesting people, 2 of them right here, with all really different backgrounds, but still all doing the same thing together, doing medicine, and it's been really encouraging, honestly, if anything.
Yeah, I'd absolutely
So,
agree with you.
Yeah.
What is one thing that the other 29 med students at Shep campus doesn't know about you?
Ooh, I don't know. Who doesn't know about me? I love horses and horse riding. I don't know if I've really told people that. What else? I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Look.
Other than space, where would you be right now?
Other than
Yeah.
When you're in space, that gradient disappears. So instead of having more blood poured down your whole body, when you go up, it is evenly distributed everywhere. So now you have more blood in your upper body, and you have less blood in your lower body, relative to what's normal.
Relative
Yeah.
to normal. Yeah,
But then
okay.
also, because you don't have them postural changes because of gravity, your compensatory mechanisms change. So you don't have to think about, your barrier reflex doesn't have to work as much. For example, if you sit up in space,
Mhm.
like right now, blood's going down below,
Yeah.
my heart's pumping faster and harder, and my
Yeah.
vessels are constricting to
Yeah,
maintain
yeah.
my mean arterial pressure.
Yep.
You don't have that in space. So think when
it's just constant.
It's
You
constant.
you just chill.
So
So
when
is that a good? Is it that beneficial or is that harmful?
it's harmful.
It can make you go blind.
For example, if you're not compensating, think about it, if your heart's not compensating all the time, it actually can become weaker. Just like if you go to the gym and you're not pumping
It's
weights.
not having to work at different.
Yeah, so your heart can actually shrink in space.
And you come back to Earth, you just faint constantly.
Yes, exactly. But
Literally,
now they're counteracting
go.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is
his project,
It's
so I like
insane.
it.
Hey.
Stop.
Oh my
I
god.
can understand why it's interesting.
Yeah,
cool.
it's like normal physiology, but just like adapted with no gravity. It actually makes you.
So we just do
understand-
every system like this though.
Yeah.
So I did respiratory system for mine, and there's like so many weird and wacky, wonderful things that
Mhm.
change when you go to space when you're breathing. Now we're doing GI, which is all nutrition, mostly how they eat up there.
Mhm.
But it's just every unit, just
It's a fascinating
How-
subject they've introduced, given that on
They
the
want
grand
rural
scheme of
doctors.
things, not all of us are going to go to space.
it's not for going to space. It's
But
for
to-
doing helping the people that are about to go to
Not
space.
that many people go to space.
Well, this is the thing. Yet, they are planning. Like they're going. Non-negotiable.
give it-
We've had people from the
Yeah.
US pretty much Zoom us every week, and they're like,
Mhm.
"We're going, we're
Oh,
going."
Really?
no. So
We've had people
get
from
this.
NASA, the Air Force, like
You guys are talking to these people.
We're talking to professionals.
every week, really.
I sent
Okay,
I sent a
that's really
private
cool.
email to the guy who wrote the book on respiratory anatomy in space. So if you look up pulmonary function in space, you will get there are about 50 articles will pop up. I tell you now, 90% of them will have the name G.K. Prisk on them. He literally wrote the book.
Wow.
Rowena, our our facilitator got him to zoom
Yeah.
in for an hour to give us a lecture
From
on
America.
he lives in LA.
All our Zooms, our guests, which is like a couple of times per block, have
On the
been,
top of
have
their
been
field.
from the US and they're top of their field.
Half
And
of
all
them
of them,
in
space.
yeah, they've half of them been in space.
That's
And-
a pretty cool network.
And Rowena
Yeah,
is
they-
such a legend. They love her, and you can see why. But
Yeah.
they're like, can't wait to come over and see you guys. So.
City guys.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, Tim.
Yo,
I'm
how
gonna
does,
go to class.
how does it feel hang out with nerds?
It's
But
so
yeah,
good.
it is elite.
It's
Wow.
so good.
That's
Oh,
cool.
we're talking about going to NASA next year.
Yeah, I brought up the idea of we should go to NASA next year and like to the Space Museum and all that kind of stuff because she knows the people. She knows the medical director at
Rowena's
NASA.
like-
Has
Yeah,
she been
that's-
to space or is she just involved in
She's-
space?
So, oh, she told me how she
Life?
met Jim.
She hasn't been yet.
Gordon, sorry. Yeah.
So we're really lucky, hey.
Yeah.
It's an elite.
That's a
It's
cool
an elite
subject.
discovery.
I've learned a lot more about it. So I honestly, I was thinking like,
Yeah.
really? Like, why do we need to learn about space medicine? But that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and like
It's
that's
really
the
interesting.
thing. I can't remember the number, but like Elon Musk and that are actually planning to send people in
Couple
the
years.
millions
Mm.
of people into space within our lifetime.
As in, as a tourist thing?
No, as in
No,
they
like
want to
colony.
they want to go there
To colonize.
colonize Mars. In our life,
It's so freaky, isn't it?
In our lifetime, it will happen.
Yeah.
And like, there's no one really, not many people trained.
It's
So
not
we're
like-
going to start
yeah.
people now so
And-
that we're not like stuck here.
Well, it's literally just making sure that we know how to keep them alive.
Yeah,
because-
and learning what we don't know.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah, because that's the other thing. A lot of this stuff, it doesn't sound like it, but a lot of the research that you do in space helps you understand. So, like, how basically the whole ventilation perfusion thing in the lung, that is not fully understood until we put someone in a zero gravity environment and the lung pretty much reassembled itself
That
to
actually
work
makes
in
a
zero
lot of
gravity,
sense.
and now we can be really confident in our understanding of like that issue.
Yeah.
So the more that we do that, the better we can help people on Earth and
Mm.
in space.
And the more we can go, actually, we don't quite know how that works,
Mm.
but now we do. So
Now we
let's
do.
learn more about that.
Chuck it in space.
Yeah,
Chuck it in space.
but yeah, it's incredible.
It's
Cool.
also just
What
cool
a
to
cool
see stuff in
subject.
space.
Yeah.
It's cool.
There you go.
Anyway, sorry for the rant.
No, it was
Yeah.
good.
When pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
I was
Sorry.
standing up at one stage.
You're really educated.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Range
so
is like
fun.
bang.
Yeah.
What do you do for your elective?
Rural health.
Yeah, well.
Not quite as space medicine as that, but I'm interested.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
works for me.
So I was gonna do it. I'm like, my degrees are all rural. I know
Yeah.
from rural. I've looked
It might be
for
too
many
much.
years in rural.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know what the next, because next year you start to integrate as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, how are we gonna integrate? We can't go to the moon. Like,
Nah. Yeah, we can.
We
Yeah,
can.
we can. She
Yeah.
wants us to speak at a conference at the end of the year. Still, have
really?
you heard about that? There's a conference at the end of the year, another big kind of humans in space. It's called, and she wants a few of us to go and speak at it.
Cool.
Basically,
Wow.
present our presentations
But
again,
it
but
would-
to an academic audience.
That would be some seriously
Yeah.
intimidating stuff.
We should do it as a group.
Good experience though.
Yeah,
Yeah, really good experience. Because, well, this Melbourne's the first uni to have done it. Like, yeah,
But that's-
actually, we might even be, maybe even the first university in the world to integrate space into it.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially.
That's the crazy thing. Though, like-
Particularly in a like
First year
the
medicine.
First year
Yeah.
medicine.
Oh.
Yeah. And not as something
not as
you know,
postgraduate training,
consultant.
Not that someone who's done
Learning-
6
Oh,
degrees.
yeah, you were
and
talking
does-
about
Yeah.
Mm.
For sure.
Anyway.
No. The frightening thing
Amazing
is, it really could lead to a career. Like that's probably the
Potentially.
biggest thing. Is literally with all the connections that she wants us to make, with all the things that Rowena keeps mentioning. It's like, you're really trying to get people to go to
Yeah.
NASA, aren't you?
Really. Yeah, that's good.
But yeah.
You get enough for your YouTube channel, y'all?